You know what time it is? It's guitar time. Yeah. Third fry. Don't ask me how it happened again. They're gonna put me in some sort of I can't afford my bills prison if they keep giving me third fries. Third fries are like soggy fries. You really are hungry and you'll gladly eat soggy fries because I mean, who don't want a Friday off? Yeah, they're nice. Then you get your check and you're like, this ain't cool. And then Thursday hits again and it's, hey man, it's a third fry. And I'm like, really? And then next week it'll probably happen one more time. We'll see. Maybe the market for trailers will pick up and I can, make some money. Still open for a few acoustic gigs out there. Mike could play you a song. I wanted to come back and tell you. Remember, I said I was going to do a shootout and use this little amp here, the Blackstar. Now that's a 40-watt stereo amp, I do believe. But I was going to kind of compare it to this. And now that is a 100-watt Marshall with a Slave 240-watt line 6 running into 4, 6, 8, 10, 10 12s. Now I've got them pretty well evened up. But I don't know if one sounds better than the other. They're both noisy guitars. Not just the sounds I'm running. Yes, distortions are always noisy. Unless you've got some really kick tail noise suppressor boss pedals. And even then, I mean, this Marshall just hums. It's like I'm using electricity. And even this nice little amp, I mean, listen to it. I mean, it's not on that loud either, I think. The gain's wide open, but the volume's only on about 3. And that's pretty cool where I can change that to even give it more gain. So it's even fuzzier sounding than that. But I wanted to give a video and just a comparison of what I said those times when I think it sounds really good in here and the videos don't. Phones just don't do it, for one, especially older phones, I guess. This is one of the newer older phones, but you're demanding a lot out of something like this. You're supposed to have some sort of, recording apparatus. This doesn't work right. It works from time to time. Maybe I'll figure out the glitches. It shuts off and pops. But it can record tracks, right? And then you can save them and turn them up and down as you need to. Mix them before and after. But a phone, it's just got one microphone capturing the room. So you hear all that, hissing and buzzing and sizzling now. But the more well-to-do or not, the knowledgeable YouTubers are probably running a mixer with a microphone or two, and obviously they got better light. I'm trying to get light because I do know you need some. But this is what I got for now. And I'm also still just trying to have fun, right? Yeah, fun. I'm going to be putting on some electrical outlet covers today. The pool. I'll probably give you an update on my pool before I shut this down too. Because we bought this house and we thought it was so cool to have a pool. Well, you know, things change. Gas goes up, chlorine went up. I think somebody in the office sniffing it. Because you can't get it now. It's double, sometimes triple what it was before. And it's just, between that and cleanup and everything, the pool was just trash. So we're in the process of tearing the pool down and putting outlet covers on stuff and just, you know, life goes on. But I'm mostly updating some friends and family life. So without any further ado, these are the guitars we're going to be playing. I got Never, Remember Never, Remember Never Never Remember. That's going in through the stack of, or the wall. We'll call it the wall. And then you got my Jackson, which is, it's called a dinky. It's I think it's made in Japan. Wonderful, nice instrument. It's got the expensive Floyd on it that doesn't rust. Still corrodes. It might not rust, but they still corrode. So even the $300 bridge, you know, it's not going to last forever. If you go and play 150 shows and sweat and eat oranges and whatever, you know, it's going to corrode. The little brass tuners and stuff that work, those are usually the first to go. And even then, it's going to take years for this thing to wear down. This is German-made precision parts. But enough about that. I'm going to make the decision to play the big rig first. You've been listening to it. I've got it set at about 2, but it's still not very loud. But we have to get the guitar on and then turn the boxes on that give it effects and stuff for it to be at its normal volume. Alright. I call this eerie. They put that body on a base that goes around and around like a tire, and then they just splatter paint it. Back in the day, that was really popular, to just splatter anything. That was a $200 option. This guitar you could buy $450, but with this paint job, it was almost 7 something, and it took a long time to get. My buddy Michael Crosby, who ran the downtown guitar store, music store, he helped me save the money because I had twins, man. You don't have money if you got twins. I mean, they're grown up and I still don't have any money. I'm not going to blame everybody for it, but I said I was going to play the wall and I got the wrong guitar. Oh well. We're going to start with Blackstar. Get a pick, and we'll basically put it right away from it so you can kind of see the amp. You can see me. ag wild, man. It's like 14 or 15 years old, and they just sit there and they let him play a guitar solo, and that's one of the first things I remember hearing. He didn't even have a whammy bar. He just played so fast. I can't even play as fast as that guy. Guitar is just, it's a quirky little thing. It's great to play, but I don't know. It's either the bridge or it's the neck. In clean, it's the bridge, the second one up from the bridge, which is the bridge in the middle, or the neck. Those are the three sounds that I really enjoy with this guitar. But it's got a aggravating spot in the volume pot too. And it, it's got a weird ohm rating or something. Halfway up. This is your clean, right? And see, this is the bridge on. Nice, clean. I really do enjoy playing this amp. It sounds way bigger and fills the room up. Not like the wall, but I'm serious. It will surprise you how well it fills the room. One day. my few complaints is it kind of befuddles itself when it tries to hit lower notes. And there's not much EQ because they've got this IFS knob or ISF, and it takes a little of the bass out. But I'm using the bridge, I'm using the neck pickup, and it tries too hard. So, anybody remember yesterday's video? What was the easy chord I told you? The E minor. Sail away to the seas, the seas of cheese. It's another easy chord. A lot of songs go from E minor into an A of some sort, and this is usually, the major is just as easy. It almost looks the same as your E minor is just the two strings, the A and the D held down on the second fret with the open E. But if you pick that finger up and you move it down, right, you won't let the E string ring because it'll sound really bassy if you do. So you're going to skip pick to the second string. So your first string sounds a little low, but your next string sounds like so then you can hit those same, you do the same thing. And you can even take that one finger and spread it across 3 strings instead of 2. Then you'll let your E down in the low ring out. That's where it gets confusing because you're doing all that with one finger. But now you know the E minor and the A. Sounds like some PF. Can't really say. See, we'll try to keep these dated up, and eventually we'll run out of easy stuff. Might go over a few of them over time so we can help people catch up, because this stuff takes a long time, man. You might be working on that A chord for 6 weeks before you're good at it. I'm just talking about one finger. You could actually play all 4. Look, you hold your finger over all of them but that. And I mean, you could literally, with distortion, you could just play the E, the A, and then play all of them across. That's actually the first notes to a Led Zeppelin song. And if I say to you tomorrow and then there's a very difficult E after it, but it's like the major one I showed you. These are all A's and E's, man. Music gets complicated. It's almost like, we won't use Dayton or nothing like that, but it's complicated. Because you could study in, and you'll think you know how a blonde chick works, but it don't work that way. Because it ain't got nothing to do with their hair. Because that is nothing like, but it works. But it don't work. But it might work if you just try stuff. Thanks, Josh Scott. Ding dong. So, not sure, guys. We're 20 minutes in, and the Blackstar. I could literally do this whole video of this. This amp can make a guitar time. Never had it break one. Alright, so let's put that one down. Just remember, this is Erie. It's basically a humbucker Strat. So, humbucker, single, super Strat, Floyd Rose. Now look, this guy's noisy. This guitar's noisy. I think I showed you that yesterday. But so is that rig. That rig's noisy too. We're going to put it about the same distance. We're going to put it away from that amp so it don't really affect it. It's got pretty lights on it, don't it? Hey. Don't knock it till you try it. She's paid for. Yes. My little baby loves me Cadillac style. Alright, so see, I got the volume turned off. So now you get to hear how noisy it is. See, when you turn the guitar amp up, you get that. Just typical Marshall stuff. We're going to eventually go into blocks. We call them blocks because it's like playing blocks. You go from one dot to another dot. Looks like a block. So you got a dot. It's 2 frets up. It's another dot. I'm really just going from string to string, 2 frets apart. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. There's some bending going on. Remember I told you about bending. See, that's a hammer-on. Sounds like racket, but it's practice too, because you got to grip that string with enough ferocity to make it ring. And the other amp does that too, man. I'm not trying to make this amp sound like it does different stuff, because, you know, I was showing you E on there. Maybe I should just get the other guitar and play through it. But I mean, truthfully, they're only that much different in equalization. But the big point is, with one knob, you torch this thing. Okay, I bumped it up half of a notch. So instead of it being on 1 running this stuff, it's on 1.5. Listen to the difference. Quietened it up, but listen. Oh, I turned the wrong amp. Hold up. Oh, I didn't either. My guess is this video is now gonna have problems with sound. That's that effects knob, just turning it a quarter of a turn affects how much sound it gives this amp, and that in turn affects how much that amp gives back to that amp, because they're running separate effects, you know. Like this one, I've got the it's not a Vibratron or nothing weird like that, but it's the speaker, the rotary speaker. Right? See, I'm going to use this video for myself to compare that amp with all the different sounds just to the Blackstar in the room. Because even I know messing around with this many tones, it confuses your ears. See, that's just an old got finger on the F note, which is the first fret of the first string. I bend the crap out of it. So there's your G, which is 2 frets up, and that's basically what I'm bending the F to. Put so much tension on it that you're actually bending the strings at the bridge, and it's kind of bending them together, which is something you can't really do on anything but a Floyd, and it creates a really weird surface tension of notes. Alright, so for comparison, let's switch guitars. Yes, I know I've played with the sound on that, and I might switch it again. Let's run this guitar, which I was just playing, into this, and if I have to turn it up a little bit, I will. But I already know it's not going to mess with the sound so bad. This amp sounds full, man, for it to be just a little dink, man. Say what you want. See, this guitar has no changes. That's weird. I'm playing through this guitar. And since both of these are on wireless, it's trying to send that signal into that rig, and it's weird sounding. Turn the gain down a little bit on the guitar, and then you can play some 80s. of the worst things about this guitar is this wavy bar. Just, oh no. And they're getting hard to find the parts for those. So, once again, we got to thank Never for his participation in today's shootout. We'll go back. We'll go back to playing the wall on the old noisy one, because they're all noisy. This is my noisy rig. I don't play this in the bars. I don't. I won't play this stuff in the bar. What does a 45-year-old man want to move this stuff around for unless he needs it? And if I need it, I will. I'll bring a 212, and I'll bring the line 6, and might bring it's hard to do, that pedal right there to control the amp. But most of the time, all I ever need is in that, God, it's hard to do, that bag right there. That one. That's it. It does everything all these amps does. It weighs about 45 pounds, but that's everything. Talk boxes, vocal boxes. Takes about 15 minutes to 20 minutes to set it all up. All you need is a PA system. You don't need a wall. That's why the wall's at home. It's my wall. If I could, I'd climb it. Now it's too loud. I am going to have to learn some things to be able to play and sing some of the stuff that I don't normally do, because I just thought of a song that I did for years and years, and now I'm scared to even play it because I just ain't sure about copyright. I ain't trying to get no money, but I've had my videos shut off singing at margaritas doing some Roy Orbison, and all the fans were singing it and they muted it, rendering it absolutely useless. I've been flagged numerous times on my channel. That's why you're seeing it now, and you're also noticing I don't finish songs unless I'm writing something just off a whim. I don't try to finish any songs, or even give you an inclination that it was influenced by that or anything, because I don't know how to get into that stuff where it keeps me out of trouble. And there's a lot of guitar techniques that I would like to at least be able to bring up the song where I learned it from. Because most of the stuff is just memory techniques. It ain't so and so blah blah blah. Because there's a lot of folks that'll tell you it's this note, this pentatonic scale, or this Midorian scale. I don't know none of that stuff. I didn't go to any school for this stuff. I just played it until it sounded right. I got ears. That's the Lord above provided me with ears. I can't stand it. That's why I do tend to move. But a lot of times I'm just trying to get that thing to shut up because I can hear it. And I don't want to sit exactly still neither. That's it, right there. Thought so, but that's wrong. And just like that, guys, 43 minutes have went by, and I've showed you a chord, and I compared two different amplifiers. I have to take the time sometime and listen to these and compare them, because I'm not going to keep playing the wall if it don't sound good. Life's too short for crappy videos with terrible sound. I'm already there. I'm sure I don't need any help sounding bad in recording methods. I already also have wonderful methods for, you being able to see my face and all my flaws and all the flashy lights and, all that stuff. I appreciate people for coming and watching just to see it become what it is. And it's just a dude, basically a boy and his guitar. Because that's what it started out as 20-something years ago. And I want it to stay that way. It's just a boy and his guitar. You guys have a wonderful third Fry. What day is it before I clear out? Oh yeah, it's leap year. February 29th, 2024. Good Lord. Man, I'm glad I wasn't born on leap year. Hopefully it won't be leap year before you find this video. Have a good one, and thank you for all your support. Yeah, leave a comment. Subscribe.